Just let me know when we're live.
Oh, we are straight up live. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, sweet. Hello, everybody. I am Crispy Crowd. I am a newer member of the BPL, and I am here on a drawing stream with Striker.
Yes. I'm going to let you take the reins today, buddy. See how you handle it.
Oh, hell yeah, man. So, suppose I could start off with some warm-up doodles. What could we doodle today?
Well, let's see what chat might have in mind.
That sounds like a good idea.
Let's see here. Well. Beepnix says undead.
I done dead. Okay, I can draw a Zombo. Let's see. I'll start off with a nice sickly green for the outline, because that sounds fun. I do like drawing zombies. I haven't drawn zombies in a while, so it works out. Yeah. So how long you been drawing for, Striker?
Jeez, let's see. I mean, if we're going all the way back.
Yeah.
Let's see here. God, you know, I could.
It's alright. I
No.
honestly couldn't keep track myself, so...
I mean, if we want to count the years that I really wasn't drawing, like when I first started off with ye old paper and pencil,
Yeah.
doodling in the margins of the notebooks 26 years ago.
Oh, man.
Like when I actually took it seriously.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I've honestly... Jeez, I've been drawing for most of my life, honestly. Not sometimes less intense than others. I mean, I've really started to pick things up in the past couple of years, so...
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to draw a lot as a little kid. Like, my dad, he'd bring home all these notepads from work. They were, like, sheets you had to fill out for stuff, but the backs were blank, and he'd just bring those home for me to doodle on with my brother.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I really got into a lot of it.
Right, yeah.
This guy's looking good. He needs like a sick tongue to him too. You use Clip Studio too, right?
Yeah, I use Clip Studio, yeah. I got it, not necessarily spontaneously, but back in 2020, maybe no, it was 2020. I was with a D&D group with mostly artists there, and just talk about tablets, things like that. And, well, Clip Studio just happened to be on sale for 50%, like,
awesome,
that week during its spring sale. Fuck it, 50% off.
Why not?
$25.
Yeah, and you're only paying and that's like per download, so you have that. You don't have to worry about like subscription fees or anything, which is really nice.
At the time, yeah, that's before version 2 was out.
Oh, that's true. I think you could still get the downloadable version 1.
Oh yeah, you can still get version 1. You can still get that, and version 3 will go off of the subscription line, because when they announced that for version 2, they're like, fuck.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad that they learned from that. They're just like, maybe we shouldn't do a subscription service. So
yeah, no. Let me see here.
Yeah, I picked up Clip Studio. I think back like 2017-ish. I want to say, because before that I used Photoshop to draw. Because I had all the Adobe programs, and then, well, you know, Adobe went the way Adobe went, so I ended up... And as well, once I switched to Clip Studio, I realized how much better suited it was for drawing versus Photoshop. Because Photoshop, you could draw on it, but it wasn't really designed for that. It was more for photo manipulation, you know.
Yeah.
Just so happened that people were able to draw on it, but Clip Studio is really good for Like what I really like about it is the line art and stuff.
Yeah. Clip Studio is really good for line art and just like treating it like a notebook or something like that.
Absolutely. Let me see. I'm kind of doing this in layers, so.
I mean, you gotta do it in layers, or else you know you're doing it wrong. And if you're doing it on the wrong layer, you know you're doing it right.
Oh yes. Everybody that does drawing can definitely attest to drawing on the wrong layer.
Oh, that's something we say here all the time. Is we say it together. That was the wrong layer.
Speaking of, I've lost track. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, my dryer's done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it can wait. It's fine.
Yeah, I did laundry earlier and I was too lazy to hang most of it up, other than like the graphic tees, I guess.
I was doing just a lot of laundry today. I think it's like load number 4 or 5, I think.
Friday's a good day for laundry, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, but also, having a day off, it's like, okay, let's actually do something.
Yep,
so.
that's true. It is Easter weekend. I keep forgetting that. For my job right now, I tend to not work Fridays, which is really nice. Allows me to do stuff like this. I like this guy. He's turning out pretty good. Hold on, we need a good jaundice yellow for the rest of it. Yeah, there we go. Oh God, wrong layer.
Congratulations, you're an artist now.
Yay!
I don't like it. I want to go back.
There's definitely been times where it's been like an hour in, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's real artist pain right there.
Mm-hmm. Let's grab that picture. And
Yeah, it's looking really nice. He's perfect. Let's see. I think I'm gonna draw a robot next because I like giant robots.
I like giant robots.
I certainly dig them. Yeah.
Kicks dig giant robots.
Nice. Man,
Yeah.
I miss Megasexlor. That was such a fun show.
It's one of those. And sadly, it's one of those shows that like the channel didn't want.
No, because I think originally it was supposed to be something different on MTV.
No. The guy had a different show on MTV. I think it was, which is why you see all those MTV ripoffs.
Yeah.
It had to do with the goat character, but no. Someone at whoever was like in charge of scheduling, the woman that was in charge of it, like really loved the idea of Megas XLR, which is why it got kind of signed on as it did when it did. But like, the studio execs didn't want it, which is why it failed the way it did.
That's a shame.
Yeah, and
Just
which
like
is why it was
office
written off as a
politics.
goddamn write-off.
Yeah, and the thing that sucks about it too now, it's like because of how it was written off, you can't.
Yeah, the owner.
It's not an IP people can get access to,
Exactly. Yeah, the creator cannot do anything with it, unfortunately.
which is very sad. If I was creator and that something like that happened
Oh,
at
yeah.
my work, I would.
Yeah, he's not very happy with them.
I can imagine. Yeah.
The zombie is very friendly, but he is a zombie. You should not be friends with zombies.
Nah, not really. They tend to bite a little much. Kind of going like Armored Core with what I'm thinking for this. Even though I've never played an Armored Core game, I do like the robot designs in that.
I played the Virtual On games.
I'm
And what the
familiar with
laser
it.
tag place I used to work at.
Nice. Oh, like they had like cabinets for it.
Yes, the Virtual On cabinets, the twin sticks and everything.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh, somebody were so mad when he got rid of those machines and no one knew about it. It's like, man, we would have, like, there was like a group of us that just would have just bought those things and just put them in someone's basement or get them fixed up.
Yeah, I would definitely have done that because that's just something too good just to get rid of and throw away.
It's rare too. Like you could actually sell that for some good money too.
Oh yeah. I bet you there's like a whole like retro, or not even retro, just like an arcade cabinet culture that just is so into that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. There almost probably is.
It'd be nice. The sad thing is, it's like, where do you put something like that if you don't have the space for it? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
That
my
is true.
place is pretty limited. I couldn't exactly have like a Carnival arcade cabinet or something.
Yeah. I mean, and depending on how many you have, they're surprisingly small, to be honest.
I suppose so. Yeah, it depends on the, especially I feel like modern ones, because they're still make cabinets for stuff like that. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Versus say one from the '80s. I'm sure there's a lot less in it than.
Well, it depends. It depends on the game, because obviously Ninja Turtles is going to be bigger than Carnival
Oh yeah.
with its cheap little light guns.
Or like another big one I remember was like there was House of the Dead and there was like Time Crisis. I remember.
Oh
those
god,
big
you had Time
ones.
Crisis too. That used to be at the movie theater I'd go to at the AMC. I mean, a buddy of mine, we almost had that thing just beat and just like we had the maps memorized.
Nice.
We had Giant Chem with Tiny Raspberry Pi. It's basically all you need because you can find places that will sell like all the joystick stuff because people that go to fighting game tournaments, those guys they take their shit seriously with making their fighting sticks.
I totally believe that. They just got like specific ones that they use. You just like screw it in like one of the what is it? The gear shifter on a car. You know what?
Yeah, like I've seen these fighting game tournaments where people will bring their fighting stick, but like they'll have a box full of extra buttons and joysticks because if a button is not clicking the way they want it to, if it doesn't feel like they want it to, they'll swap it out.
Oh, that's wild.
It's all about that tactile feel and just getting that response you want to feel.
Yeah, it makes sense. It just it's something you don't really think about, and then it's just like, damn.
Yeah. Yes, Crispy Kraut here, Remos. That Crispy Kraut.
Oh. It is I. Feel like some of the people from the Aux are gonna know me if they're in here watching the stream. Because that's where I'm from originally.
Yeah.
It's a nice little place.
I'm sure it is. I
mean, I can
Listen, I'm going to
understand.
be honest. I'm glad you guys are just, have your own community. You're doing your own thing. That's amazing. It's just, when we were starting it up, it's like, okay, this is going to be fun. But then I look back at it after things start off like, wow, that place is busy and scary to me.
It's gotten pretty big since I first joined. Because I was like one of the, I don't want to say it was like an OG or something, but like that. But
like one of the first 100 or 150 or something like that.
I joined, I think it was like spring of like 22. Because I think that's around the time when it started.
Yeah, it's about that, yeah.
Yeah. It's grown a lot since then.
Oh yeah, it has. I'm glad it is. I will poke my head in now and again and just look, but it's like, man, all those channels are lit up. That's intimidating looking.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point with something that big, you just kind of got to pick and choose, you know. Like, I'll hang out in general, and, I'm part of the crew that does the Aux Unplugged podcast over there.
Oh, yeah.
So I tend to hang out in there.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Like anime channel and stuff, I'm just like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. I think it was last year we had, for the podcast, we had Diggs and Tex on. And Diggs made the comment and just like, oh yeah, when I first started this place, I just had my finger on the nuke button for like months.
Oh yeah.
Just like, yeah.
just like with Tex and the YouTube channel, like I'll nuke this thing whenever I want. Don't tempt me, I'll do it.
Yeah, he just wakes up every morning and just has like a big red button on his desk that says delete YouTube, and he's like, how am I feeling today?
It just says it just has a cross through the aux. It's like, or the channel's like, not today.
Yeah. I'm feeling good today. We don't need to do that. Yeah, this pose is definitely looking a lot better to me. It's always the hard part of drawing figures, just in general, not even just robots. It's just trying to figure out like a good pose for
The
it.
shape, yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see here I'm doing like a stick figure thing to figure things out,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't, there's so many ways of constructing figures. It's just whatever works for you, really.
Exactly. So people look off of a reference. Like I'm able to kind of just like look at something, start it up, look and start, and go that way.
Yeah, I'm actually not using reference for this right now. I'm kind of just free
Oh
wheeling
yeah,
it, but
freehanded.
you
Yeah.
know, references are absolutely helpful. Especially if you're doing something that already, like fan art or something that already exists. You definitely need reference.
Or like a hand, because no one can do hands.
Oh yes, I will speak from experience. We're trying to draw a hand pose earlier, and you don't realize how emotionally expressive hands are until you start drawing them, and it's just like, oh man.
Oh, it's not exactly how expressive they are. It's just like, how the fuck do fingers work?
Oh yeah. Oh, when I say expressive, I just mean like the ways of posing it, because yeah, fingers are just like many finger, no understand, no grug, no light.
Yeah. What the hell? Stop it.
Scare. I do actually somewhere. I think it's on my shelf behind me. I've got you can get like those artistic mannequins, like the little wood ones, but they make ones that are just like a wooden hand.
Yeah.
So I've got one of those I'll pull out from time to time. They work well enough, but it's like they're not as articulate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to have one of the little guys too myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like a nice little mech coming up with here. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that for the moment. There we go. Now I'm looking at this kind of reminds me of Metal Fatigue a little bit. Just for some reason, I'm just what I'm thinking of. Still can't believe that was made by the same studio that made Fear, I think it was. Could be wrong about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At least from what I remember, it was the same studio. I don't remember the name of the studio though, but I'm also could just be talking out of my ass. So.
It is true. Blender render some hands. Well, at first you have to learn Blender. Then.
Oh. Blender is. You'll go in there to do a simple thing, and it is a rabbit hole. Like you're opening Pandora's box when you decide to learn Blender. There's so much to it. I tried learning it a couple years back just to try to figure out, how to do like 3D modeling a little bit, and man, it was a lot just to get the basics, and then it's just like, oh, it just gets even more detailed from there.
It can all be so simple, yet oh no.
I guess to some extent that's true of like, something like Clip Studio too, but
Oh yeah,
Blender.
once you know what you're doing, or you find shortcuts, like wait, what? I could do this.
Oh yeah. Like a fun one that I learned a while back that's really nice for something like this is if I take two layers and I group them together.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this button up here, it says clip to layer below. Now I can do this where I can go over top of it and it will stay within the bounds of whatever the layer below it is.
Yeah, that's the same as the checker number, lock transparent pixels.
Oh, nice. There. Cool.
At least that's what I use. I use the transparent pixel lock to recolor my lines.
Nice. Oh, whatever works,
Yeah.
And right. It would help if I was not using a soft eraser. You ever have that moment where you're just doing something and then you're just like, wait, why isn't this working like I thought? And then like, oh, I pushed a button.
Yeah, or he pushed the wrong button.
Yep. I remember the first time I hit tab in this, I was like, what the hell is happening? Because tab does this.
Yeah. No. Where'd everything
I
go?
deleted everything. I think the worst thing that's happened to me in terms of working on stuff and something bad going on didn't even have to do with the program itself.
Mhm.
This was back when I used Photoshop, but I was drawing something and we were having like a storm in our area and the power went out because something happened down the street at the substation, and it corrupted the saved file that I was working off of.
Oh,
that's-
no.
Yeah, no, I was... Thankfully, that's the day I learned that sometimes they'll do backups of the files you're working on in the program you're doing. So I was able to recover it, but still, it was just like, oh my god. It's not my best make, but it's a nice little doodle. We're not exactly Rembrandt here. Surprising, I know.
No one's expecting anything really too highfalutin.
Oh, definitely not. We're just having fun. Besides, most of my artists that I like are more cartoony illustration styles anyway. Like, one of my personal favorites that I like is Bruce Timm. And if the name doesn't sound familiar, if you've watched any of the animated DC shows from the late 90s, early 2000s, that,
Damn right I
that
did.
style... Yeah, that style is Bruce Timm. He did a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
I got a couple of his... Well, I got a book of his on my shelf here, but I can't... It's pinup stuff, so I can't exactly show it on stream, so...
I mean, you can, but, should ya? Well, there you go.
Probably not. Probably not the smartest idea. Unless we just... It's like, is today the day we decided to monetize the channel.
Wait, we're monetized?
Are we? I thought we were.
It doesn't really matter. We don't care. We're
You guys
here
get
for
paid?
fun.
Yeah.
I sure as hell don't get paid. That's fine.
Yeah, no. Now comes the hands, the difficult part. I kind of just do shortcuts for hands because I'm pretty sure every artist does.
Yeah, it's called not showing them.
I've gotten really good at making a nice looking fist pose.
There you
'Cause then
go.
it's just like, I don't have to draw.
That's what matters. The illusion of the hand is what matters.
Exactly. As long as it looks convincing enough, your brain's gonna ignore it. At least in my case, I know that when I look at stuff, I can definitely see where it's like, that doesn't look right. But, you know, own worst critic and all that.
Oh yeah, we all that's the first thing we all see is when we're done with something. It's like, oh shit, I could have done that differently. I should have done that differently. And then when you start comparing yourself to someone else, like, oh man, that's so much better than mine. Then you get the 2 cakes, and you're like, fuck yeah, 2 cakes!
Yeah. I do like that the point Tex made where comparisons the death of joy. That's helped out a lot with not comparing myself as much to others.
Yep.
Because I used to have pretty bad self-confidence and things before I joined the Aux, which actually that helped a lot with my confidence in what I was doing, because people appreciated the stuff I was doing.
Oh hell yeah! Look at that. You guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Coming from
I've
one
drawn a
that's-
few things for Mad Ducks that he's requested of me. I think the last one was the it was like a fire starter related thing, which I think he's still making the video of that. I'm not sure, but it's in there as well. And then I did the ducks of him that he had the sticker of that he was putting on stuff at the meetups.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was me. And then I torment Tex by showing him the Furby drawings that I do sometime.
You are a Furby farmer.
I am the Furby farmer. We have 3 cursed Furbies, and I'm hoping to get a 4th whenever we're done with our current expenses. I want a long one.
I thought you already had a long fur. Oh wait, you're talking about like physical Furbies and not just pictures.
Oh, physical ones, yes. Because my fiance and I, we have a banana Furby, we have a chicken nugget Furby, and we have a peep Furby. And I want to get like a long one. They're actually really expensive when you look into it. It's just like, holy shit. I mean, it makes sense because it's like custom craft work, but they can go for like well over $100 usually.
Oh, Exemplus has been subscribed for 13 months.
Oh shit.
Why?
Who's subscribed to this channel now?
There is no help here for you, Exemplus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Running out of food. Listen, we'll shove pancakes under the door. We shove pancakes under the door, or at least that considerate.
We'll remember you. Instead of pouring one out on someone's grave, you just put a stack of flapjacks.
Flapjacks.
Man, I haven't had pancakes in forever. I could go for some pancakes. For breakfast, I mean, I'm making stir fry for dinner later, so.
Here's the thing, though. You could also make breakfast for dinner.
Oh, I do love a good Brinner. Don't get me wrong. I just haven't done Brinner in a while. Maybe that's something to do tomorrow. That'd be pretty sweet.
See? Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
I gotta...
It's a nice little sketch. Let's see. I could do more to it, but I kind of have another... Now that I'm a bit warmed up, I have something I was going to work on. So.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, that's what we do here is we just either... I'll either work on something I'm currently working on, or I'll start something new just for the screen.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. And in this case, this is something I was working on a little bit last week just for kind of funsies. It was my own take on the Sardaukar from Dune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I love Dune. Dune's great. And especially, I love that it's getting the attention it deserves now with the movies and stuff. But I always like the idea of the Sardaukar, and I kind of have this idea of them being a bit different in the movies. So it's like, hey, why not doodle up my own ideas of how they look?
Hell yeah. Do it to it.
Pop some reference up here because I have a bunch of it. Oh god, that's the downside of pulling up references. It blocks up your screen unless it's something like I think Krita, which is another drawing program that's nice, which is completely free if people want to try that. There's a way that you can pop reference outside the frame of the canvas you're working on, which is really helpful.
Well, okay. Do you want to know something I found out?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any of are those pictures just copy and pasted off the internet, or are those actual files on your computer?
Oh, they're pasted in.
Okay, they're pasted in. Okay. Never mind it, because if they're actual files, when you open them up, you can grab the tab and put it above your current tab.
Oh, like up. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you can just tab over to it like another piece of work.
Yep. And you can have them both on the same screen, so just kind of look at them.
That's really handy.
Yeah, I do that usually when I'm looking at a reference, unless it's on the screen like you have, or I'll have its own separate image.
I know back when I used Adobe Illustrator, you could have like all sorts of stuff on the margins out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can move layers out there and work on it. It was just like the canvas is where it showed up for stuff, which is a nice feature, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be something that's prevalent like you'd think.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Yes, having an outside
Xempus is
one. Yeah.
playing Helldivers. Oh.
For the shock.
Helldivers does seem to be the game that everyone's enjoying.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I've enjoyed playing with people in it. It's just that holy shit. I think it was last weekend I was playing with some people in the BPL and it was just we were doing suicide missions. Holy shit.
Yeah, unfortunately you actually have to pay attention during those missions.
It's not so much paying attention, it's more of like, oh god, I need to run. Half of the swarm is after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do love the autocannon. The autocannon's my favorite. I've definitely accidentally shot people with it, but still. Is it really a Helldivers game if you're not accidentally committing friendly fire at least once?
No, you're not playing the game properly if that's the case.
I think the best thing that happened the funniest thing that happened was I was using a railgun one time and I shot a charger in the face and it ricocheted back and blew my head off.
Oh, oh, there it is.
I was like, I ain't even mad. That's just funny.
I ain't even mad. That's just funny right there. Is what that is.
I tell you what, Bobby. I just remember they were doing a King of the Hill reboot, which I don't know how you can do something like that now that the voice actor for Dale Gribble died.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's just like that's. There's just some shows where it's hard to keep it going when
A main character like that is out. Yeah.
Yeah. Same with bands too. I mean, it's like there's no way you could have Rush without Neil Peart. Oh, speaking of, I need some background music.
Yeah, if you got that set up.
Oh, that's fine. I just pop up YouTube and I got my headphones in, so I just listen to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, depending on how you have things piped, you can bring the music through for everybody else.
I would like to, but I am not that techno savvy.
Well,
Something for next time, I suppose. We'll
yeah,
figure it out.
you know, if we had more time before the stream, I could have helped walk you through a nice
Yeah.
OBS setup.
It's all right. We can figure that out for next time.
Yeah, but we'll have some time after stream too, and I can show you what my OBS kind of looks like and show you how I have it
works
set
too.
if you want to do that.
Yeah. It's not like I have plans tonight other than cooking stir fry, so.
But that
Tomorrow,
doesn't
though,
matter,
Oh yeah. We have a nice walk, like an old walk too. I think it was actually my grandmother's, and then my mom got it, and now it's mine. So.
Excellent.
But it cooks real nice. It's big too. So. Get you an appliance that lasts you a while.
Get you an appliance you can hand down to someone,
Exactly.
because in most cases you know it'll be good then.
Yeah. We just got some cast iron, and oh man, I love a good cast iron pan.
Yeah, a buddy of mine's like that. He's on the hunt for good cast iron. He is indeed a chef and likes his cooking.
Yeah. It's real good for stuff like breakfast in the morning and things, if you can... Like, as long as you keep it, keep it from rusting and everything, it's perfect. Which, we always use Crisco at my house when I was growing up for that kind of stuff. Which, I don't know if that's the best thing, but it worked well enough. Oh god, the mouse wheel, it refuses to cooperate. You just zoom out to like outer space, trying to move around your page.
Are you using a tablet or is this all just mouse magic grease?
Oh, Jesus! If I was doing this with just a mouse, that would be amazing. No,
You're using a laptop click. Got it.
I have a oh Jesus!
Just flex on us all like, don't you son of a bitch?
Just my finger is the most muscular part of my body because it's what I'm using all the time to draw. Just like, I didn't know my finger could have biceps. No, I have a Cintiq tablet I'm drawing on currently.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had it for years, and it's honestly probably the best thing I've invested money in terms of things I've used. It was expensive, but it was worth saving up a summer for. And this was like, it was like the low end one too, and back in the day that was like $800. I don't even want to think about what they are now.
I mean, I bought mine on Prime Day. My
That's right. There's other brands too. I don't know if I was like it as much. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I got this back when I was in college. So I'm sure there were other good brands out there at the time, but me being a kid that didn't really know any better, I was just like,
okay, so you've got a Wacom. Okay.
Yeah. Wacoms are pretty good. I used to have a regular one that didn't have a touchscreen in it, and then I decided I really wanted a Cintiq. And honestly, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I started off with a hard plate tablet, and then I got the new one here. Okay, so you probably don't have you don't have programmable buttons then, do you?
I do on the side, yeah. Like if I wanted to do, oh, that's the Windows key. Like if I wanted to do precision, hitting all the buttons, and they're not the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, I have some buttons on the side that I can play with. I just never really have, just because I kind of don't really feel the need to, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like me, I've got my buttons set up for erase, the fill, zoom in, zoom out, save. You know, it's quick access things. Especially with you see how I have my kind of current setup. I've got the tablet on one little desk here, and I've got my computer on its own desk, so it's kind of like a L shape here.
I do need to figure out, and I'm sure there's a way to do it, I just haven't really looked into it, to have it so my tablet is one screen and my monitor is another. I think there's just something you gotta fiddle with in the settings for that, but...
I mean, you're not using your tablet as your monitor, are you?
No, they're the same screen, like it's based off of my monitor screen. Which,
okay, it's a mirroring image. Okay.
Yeah, but no, oh geez, I'm not using this for my monitor. I have an actual monitor, but
in your display settings, you should be able to easily set that up.
Ah, nuts! Put some lines in the wrong layer. Oh well, it's fine. My process, it's kind of like I do a sketch line, and then I start roughing it out on top of that.
Yep.
So. And I guess you could polish it as many times as you need to with that, but I've kind of streamlined things over the years as I've been working on stuff. Like when I started getting more into coloring stuff digitally, which I do more digital now in terms of line work and things, but when I started out, I was doing a traditional sketch that I'd scan in, and I like doing that, and it's nice to have the original sketch. Like I have a Cthulhu that I drew that I have the actual line art of in the portfolio behind it. That's really nice, and it's nice and all, but it streamlines things a bit to just do it completely digital, because then you don't have to worry about cleaning up your drawing.
As you should, Mad Ducks. As you should.
Oh, hi, Mad Ducks.
Yeah, he blames you for something. So as he should, though. As he should.
Yes.
But yeah, as a matter of fact, like, I can even try and help you out with your tablet setting too. It's because mine are basically treated as two different monitors because I'm left-handed, and where the buttons and everything are at, I have to have the tablet is technically flipped. So
I understand. I too am left-handed.
Yeah. So yeah, I can help you troubleshoot that too. Then after the stream, everything like that. See if I can help you out. See if some of my settings help you out, make things a little more comfortable for you.
Yeah. I'm always open to learning new techniques to things. You never know what you'll find that you'll like and keep, you know? Like, I remember when I was younger, I tended to be pretty heavy with my lines until a friend of mine showed me about, like, sort of feathering like I'm doing, drawing the line, where rather than just, you know, doing that, you just do, like, little strokes at a time and just slowly build up the line.
Uh-huh.
Which doesn't necessarily work as well when you're doing, like, the final line art. But works well enough for sketching, so.
Ah, you are ambidextrous, Mad Ducks.
Oh man, lucky you.
That
I
word
thought
takes a
about
lot. I'm glad I'm sitting down. That word takes a lot out of me to say.
Yeah. Say that 5 times fast.
No, I'm not even gonna say that one time fast. That's fuck. I need a
I
drink.
can understand.
I think I need a drink because of that. Holy hell! I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna get a drink. So dance for the people.
Ah yes, I am the art monkey. I will clap my
Dance
hands.
for them, I say.
Yes, watch as I slap my tablet like I'm the monkeys from the beginning of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Oh god, hands are the fucking worst. Like, I like to be able to draw hands to some extent, but after a while it's just like, why fingers so hard? If any artist says that they understand how to draw hands, they are either, like, been practicing since they were a child, or they're lying.
I'm almost there.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just talking about how horrible hands are to draw. If only people had Lego figure hands. Just a little pinchy claw. Then they'd be the easiest things to draw. Of course, it would probably cause other problems, like, you know, being able to do anything.
Yes, with a
As it
simple
turns
monkey dance. Okay, I'm there.
Oh, I was. That's fine. I was just talking about how wouldn't it be great if people had, you know, Lego man hands? It'd be so much easier to draw, but it would make everything else so much more difficult.
God, it would be. If people are just Lego people, that make things so much easier to draw.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about how I want to do this, because the idea I had for this was sort of
Ether with 69 bits, nice.
nice. Let's see.
Actually, you know, similar to that, Mad Ducks. When I first started at the machine shop I'm at, you know, of course, there were just some new tools I had never used before, like micrometer.
Oh.
So as I was being shown how to use it and things like that, I just kind of held up my hand, just started to started to use it. And the guy, and Tom was the guy that was he looked at me, was like, "Why are you holding it like that? It's comfortable. Yeah, but why are you holding it like that? I'm left-handed." Oh, okay. Never saw anyone use it like that. Well, you seen someone left-handed use it before? No. There you go.
Yeah, at least nowadays people don't mind if they're left-handed. They used to get hit with a yardstick back in the day.
Yeah.
I think that was more my dad's generation, because he went. Well, I went to Catholic school as well, but they were not hitting people with rulers then. Oh yes, I forgot about that one. Yeah, if you ever want to find a good place for artistic reference, Pinterest is actually a really good spot if you want to find reference drawings. Well, in this case, these drawings are going to help me try to figure out how I want to draw this armor. Because I want to do something that's not solid plate necessarily, I want to do something more segmented. Because it's kind of different, and that's fun. You ever see the Speaking of dude and character art, did you ever see the sketches
Why do they have to be so hands?
God, I don't know. Can't put my finger on it, but it's just difficult.
Hey, strong song.
Hello. Look, Mom, I'm on TV.
I mean, potentially,
Storm's-
you just don't have the TV board like I've got set up.
I don't even know how to explain streaming to my parents, let alone that I do it regularly. I think
Do
I've
you
brought it up
watch-
to them before.
Mom and Dad, do you watch PBS? There you
Think of
go.
like- Think of like PBS, but not as boring.
PBS for adults is what it is. I'm on a website that lets anyone broadcast.
It's not OnlyFans. Stop asking that.
It's not porn, it's HBO.
Well,
I honestly don't know if that was an HBO commercial or if it was like a College Humor kind of thing.
it would not surprise me if it was College Humor. But there's some HBO series where it gets pretty PG-13 at points. I mean, Game of Thrones is kind of the famous example, but
Well, no, the advertisement was like these people were telling, their friends and their families, oh, I do this, and then I do this, and then this happens, and this comes in, and then we do that, and then we do that. The people are just slowly getting more and more disgusted. It's like, honey, that's porn. Oh no, it's not porn. It's HBO. And I was like, oh, okay, you do have an acting
you
job.
got me. You're a card. It's like a really weird DiGiorno's commercial.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Does your pen stylus have buttons on the side of it?
I have two buttons, yes.
Okay.
One I use to trigger between the P button, which is my option between like pens, markers, and the pencil and pastels. And then the other button I have is my back button.
Gotcha. Yeah, I tend to use them as the eyedropper tool for picking out colors, which is all well and good until I accidentally hit it mid-drawing line, and then it's the background color.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's from Funny or Die. That's what the
yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I just Funny or Die, College Humor, it's basically the same thing. They try to appeal to that audience, that same audience.
Yeah, very, very 20 teens kind of humor.
Yep.
Which, holy shit, that's weird to think about. It's a historical time period now.
I was actually uploaded 9 years ago, that commercial.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, 2015.
Nice. Let's see, how do I do this?
You don't, but you got it, that's what it comes down to. I don't want to do this because they're hands, but I got it because it's part of the picture.
Oh, the hands I kind of got something for. I don't know if it's the best thing, but hey, it works. I'm trying to figure out how to do the helmet, because part of the reason that I got inspired to do this version was there was concept art for the movie where it was like the starter card design where the helmet kind of almost had like a hood to it.
Uh-huh.
And it just was this really neat look to it. It was like, oh, I kind of want to try something like that. Good armor design in the game is one of those things that I get autistic about. And I have autism, so makes sense.
Listen, I'm sure everybody on the internet has autism. Whether they want to admit it or not.
Yeah. It's like, you're familiar with Gundam and all? Like, what new types are?
I am aware of Gundam, yes. I do not follow much Gundam lore and things, but I'm aware of
Oh, that's fair. They're basically like, kind of like psychic people in a sense. It's more complicated than that, but that's like the easiest way I can describe it without getting into shit.
Without going without going off on the spectrum.
Yeah, but it is kind of like half of the. I think there's literally like in Zeta Gundam, one of the characters is like, I have autism, but it's just like maybe it's like a superpower.
Well, it is a superpower. It's just what kind of autism do you get? Are you the good with calculations and going to be a super engineer autist, or are you the I like trains autist?
It's like, oh fuck.
Fuck, I got defeat autism.
I can identify that helicopter by the sound of the rotor blades. I don't know math.
Yeah, I lost the autism this time.
I did like the. I think it was Mandalore Gaming made the comment about the new Predator movie with how bad it was. Like, yeah, the Predators were trying to harvest the kid's autism or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I haven't seen that movie, but I don't think I want to. I didn't hear good things.
I mean, depending on how much you like something, it's always worth looking for yourself. Personally, I'm never really, I really don't give a crap about critics if it's something I want to see, like the Ghostbusters films,
It depends, I suppose. I can be critical about shit, but I'm also, do like writing and world building as well. So.
Yeah, well, that's also because you're passionate about what
and that as well.
If you're in the fandom, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like, I grew up playing a lot of Halo, and I love that game series, and I can tell you, from the bits that I've seen of it, because I haven't watched the series, because I don't have Paramount Plus, that the Halo TV show is not something that I personally like.
Yeah, considering how the writers and everything never played the games and don't know what the material is.
Yeah, that
would definitely
kind of
do
a
it.
red flag. It's just like sometimes when you see like a series or something coming out, you just see little things where just like, I am suspicious of how this is gonna be.
Yep.
And that was definitely one of those.
Is it interesting it's getting a spotlight? Yes. Is it getting the treatment it deserves?
No. I mean, now Amazon's making that Fallout TV series, which, I guess to give them some credit, it looks good enough, but is it actually something that's gonna be worth the hype? Who knows?
Listen, if they keep the promise of crashing twice per episode, you'll get an authentic experience.
Yeah. You're gonna need to, pay for the season pass so you can get the DLC of season 2, though.
Reboot your streaming service every now and again.
Don't mind some of the characters and textures clipping in the background of scenes. That's the engine. It just works.
It just works. Just get that authentic Fallout experience.
Dynamic environment. You keep using those words, Todd, but I don't think they mean what you think they mean.
I know what I'm talking about.
I made Starfield.
It's a great game.
Todd, the modders gave up on Starfield.
It's a wonderful game. You'll like it. Just give it time. Meanwhile, you got Sean O'Neill or something like that over there with No Man's Sky beating people over the head with updates.
I was just
forgive you, Sean. The game is good now. Thank you.
I was just about to bring up No Man's Sky because they literally just put out an update the other day. That game is. I like how they made it up to the fans and then some.
Yeah.
But holy shit, man! You guys can relax a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sure you might have. I'm sure quite a few of you in the chat have seen the Internet Historians video about No Man's Sky.
Yep.
And it seems very plausible that obviously he's not the he's not a spokesman. He's just passionate about his game. Maybe he said things that would eventually be in the game, just not at launch and things like that. and things like So he might have just got just a bad shakedown, but yeah, they are more.
I'll tell you what, that Internet Historian video is actually what convinced me to buy the game, because it was just I knew that it was bad, and I heard that they had fixed it, but I was kind of just like, whatever. Like, game developers say that shit all the time, but then when you actually get into the details of what happened and how they fix things, it's just like,
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they were a small studio that got thrown in the deep end, and they did the best they could, but there was just so much that got in the way of it, and rather than just kind of slink away, they actually decided to care about their game and fix things.
Yep.
And it really shows now. It's like, it's like almost, it's 10 years old at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, just let's look at Helldivers. 2 months ago, the game came out. It died. It was failed because it successfully failed, or failed successfully, whichever way you want to look at it.
Really?
Because all right, Helldivers 1. Okay, we had like a max player count of like maybe 7,000. So we'll be prepared. For maybe that, maybe
yes,
maybe 10,000 people. Oh, what do you mean 300,000 people want to play day one? What do you mean?
Yeah, it was very much like a Diablo problem, except Diablo didn't have an excuse.
Yeah. So, and that could have just been Sony, pushing them out the door. It's like, okay, time to release a game. Go now. Which is why it does have some of the bugs in it.
Yeah,
really,
I would not be surprised if that was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't notice a lot of bugs really. I mean, I've had some crashes the past couple of days, but I've never really seen anything game breaking yet, aside from the game breaking.
We did find a fun one the other night, and I took a screenshot of it, but you can't see it as well. But it was like, the missions where you have to pick up the USB drive?
Yeah, the super state. Yeah.
Well, if you are holding that and you do the hug emote, you will get stuck with your arms out, and you'll be running around with your arms at your sides like you're trying to hug people. And if you pull out your guns, it'll be at your side too, and it'll keep shooting, but it's just sitting there. It messes with the reloading, and I mean, it was so funny.
If you've got that, if you're holding that, and if you pick up like a sample, you'll be kind of like an A-frame pose. So like,
basically.
I caught a fish this big. It's the fish pose. You're telling people your fishing story.
Yeah, this is looking really nice. It does kind of have like a samurai look too, but it's fun. Kind of a mixture of cultures.
There it is.
Yeah, pretty much like a samurai or Han Chinese dynasty kind of armor, more like a segmented look, something different than like straight plate mail. The hands, fucking hands. I will be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom.
And now I am here, entertaining you guys. And don't worry, I'm not slouchy either. I've actually got my tablet up, doing some drawing myself. Did I share it in the auxiliary? I don't know. I'd have to look now. But a picture fell out of my hands earlier this week. I got pinged, and the message like, you dare ping me. It's like, yeah, like, speak, go speak. And then I got the nickname Shenron real quick, so I just threw out a quick Shenron like sketch. I'm not straight. Take a look at here. Look in here. If I can make it easier for me to show you guys. Here it is. No, I did not post it there. Oh yeah, it's just a.
I am back.
Oh, you're back? Excellent.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm just cleaning up a picture I threw in the Legion.
Oh, nice.
earlier this week. So yeah, I'm not slouching either. I'm still drawing this week.
Yeah. One of these, we do have the plan to set it up where we'll have dual screens at some point, and we just gotta figure out how to actually do that.
Yeah, I got a video up that I gotta watch and look through and see, and we'll test with that. Yeah, Mom's Fridge channel. It's Art on Mom's Fridge. That's where we put all the nice artwork.
Yep. I haven't really had stuff to post there of late. I don't want to say slacking. I've been busy with shit. Turns out planning a wedding is there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So
It's like you're planning a wedding.
yeah, I know, right? It's weird. But I've got some things I've been doing for that that actually are drawing related, but they're not exactly things I'm gonna post. So because you don't need to necessarily share everything, you know.
Yeah, personal art's personal art.
Yep. But this is looking really good, so. And thankfully, thanks to the transformation tool, I was able to fix a nice little detail on it, so I'm gonna try and do some line art here. Also, make sure to lock my layers because that helps so much when it comes to not wanting to draw and stuff. Oh yeah, there's the older version over there. Kinda similar. Oh shit, what does that button do? Draft layer. I'm not familiar with what that does, but I'm sure if I looked into it, it would teach me something.
What layer?
There's one of the buttons up here. It says set as draft layer, which I forget what that's about. I don't know. I'm sure there's a tutorial on it out there that'll show me. Oh, actually, I get to show off one of the things that I really like about Clip Studio, and that is being able to do this. Are you familiar with vector lines?
No, I don't believe I am.
They are really, when you know how to use vector tools, they are really nice for doing line art.
Okay.
Yeah. See what on my screen here?
Yeah, I'm not watching all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's really good because you can adjust the lines however you want. You can actually change the thickness of them too.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to turn on a vector layer, you see the new layer button? You have the raster layer and you have the vector layer over here. And the vector one's the one that has the cube in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you turn on a vector layer, everything you draw on that will be in a vector, which means that you can adjust points on it to however you want it to be. You can also simplify it too, because usually when it draws a line, there's a lot of points. Like, you might have missed it earlier, but this had this had like 30 points on it.
Yeah, no, I've got the window blowing up now.
Ah, I've got your attention
watching
to it.
this.
Yeah. This is actually skills I learned in school because I went to college for graphic design. And,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. And vector was one of the things that I learned that when I first started learning, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like whatever. I'm not used to drawing like this. I don't like it. But I'm so glad I learned it because it helps so much with stuff. Because, I'll do logos and stuff too. And
Yeah,
that's a lot of
okay.
vector
Wow,
stuff.
okay. Yeah, this is...
Mm-hmm.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. It's easy to set up too. Like, you don't need to worry about it too much. It's just like learning what does what. But once you figure that out, it helps so much with line work.
Yeah, okay. Holy yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Huh. You have
Just
my
blew my
curiosity. Now you have
Yeah.
my attention.
I'm sure there's all sorts of tutorials on it, but I could always show you some stuff too if you like. It's not too
Yeah,
difficult.
hey.
I am now, so.
Yeah, we're learning together.
Yep.
Yeah, oh god, I just lost stream.
Huh? Oh no.
Yeah, stream just went down.
Ah shit.
We got the guy just holding his head like, what'd you do? What'd you do?
Hold on. It's OBS seems to be good on my end. I don't know if that's something with Twitch itself. I don't know if there are buttons I need to push.
I don't know, but it might be mine. Lizard says you're back.
Okay.
Let me reload myself. Let me reload myself.
Maybe it is on your end. I don't know.
That could be.
I don't understand technology very well.
Nope, you're good. Nope. And something just happened with my side, I guess. My watching of
Yeah.
the stream. Interesting.
If you want to know how confident I am in terms of using computers, when I put my current desktop together for the first time to boot it up after I installed Windows, I literally lit incense and I put on some of the music from that Mechanicus game
Ah, excellent.
when I booted it up for the first time. I was like, oh, so this is how techno cults get started. It's kind of ironic for how hands-on I am with stuff. Computers just mystify me. What's that? Oh, I see.
Oh, Cat is enjoying the tunes. Thank you, Corpse.
Oh, can they hear my music?
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh,
I just had it muted because I didn't want to hear us double talk. So,
yeah. I am currently listening to Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats.
okay. Well, just a heads up, we might get hit, but since we are doing a lot of talking, it might be background, so we might not get hit that much with oh
Hopefully
gosh,
not.
oh golly, warnings, yeah. You know, for some
Yeah.
reason, my stream was the most flag stream there was. And I don't know if it was on the YouTube side or if it was just the Twitch side. I'd be like, oh, hey, no. But yeah, this art stream used to have the most
Oh, man.
flags on it.
It's so annoying that they do that. Like, I don't know how Twitch handles that on their end, but I could definitely see YouTube doing that a lot because it's YouTube and they're just like, they hear a song that's copyrighted and they start shrieking like it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, guys, we're not even getting paid for this. We're just hanging out.
But at the same time, you know, they just don't want people being quiet, streaming them, listening to music, you know?
I suppose so, yeah.
And
I
you
guess-
know, just, you know, getting cash off that way. Because, you know, if you just
Yeah.
hit a really good really good song, and that one just keeps getting, that section of your video keeps getting replayed over and over, well, there you go.
Makes sense. It definitely is something that it really depends on the circumstance, which unfortunately for places like YouTube, they tend to just sledgehammer everything thinking it's a nail.
Yeah. Yeah, people are always pushing the limits of what they get away with here on Twitch. As Corpse just pointed out, people are just streaming full episodes of Family Guy. Yeah, well,
Oh,
I mean, if the mouse finds out about that, well, Godspeed. Nice
I
knowing you.
didn't know that Mickey Mouse owned Family Guy.
Yeah, they own
That's-
Fox, so they have Family Guy. Now, do they want to admit they own Family Guy? No. Is it staying
Oh,
on
God,
Hulu
no.
because? Is it staying on Hulu because of that? Yes.
That is wild. I did not realize that they own Family Guy.
Yeah, that was included with Fox.
Oh,
Now,
man.
yeah, they'll both have The Simpsons because, comparatively so, it's better than Family Guy.
Makes sense.
Plus, Simpsons does have a better good to bad season rate. Well, okay, the classic years of The Simpsons were longer than the classic years of Family Guy.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Because after a certain point, Family Guy was just kind of,
Well, after like season 2
yeah.
of Family Guy, it was like, okay, let's see what we can push and get away with. Because he pretty much was becoming the new Simpsons at that point.
Yeah. I used to watch Family Guy when I was younger, but now it's just kind of like, meh.
So yeah. Same here. Yeah, I used to watch it, like I said, maybe up to about season 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But then it's just like,
Back-
okay, they're trying to push it too much. It's not interesting anymore.
Yeah. Because back in the day, it used to be on Adult Swim, and that's where I picked it up, along with Futurama, which,
Yep.
that's
Hey,
another one.
Sasquatch.
That, hello.
And oh, I feel like crying.
much. They're such a good band. That's who I'm listening to right now.
Ah.
I got to see them live last year, and that was an awesome concert.
Oh, rock on.
Yeah. It was really funny, too, because it was like an indoor venue, and so many people were smoking cigarettes in there, and just like vaping and shit. They made an announcement on stage at one point, and as they're giving the announcement, I look over, and there's a guy just throwing a cigarette butt into a trash can. I should also mention this was an indoor venue.
Yep. I say I'm actually going to be seeing Twerp next. Yeah,
Oh,
on
sweet.
Monday. On Monday.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I have work on Tuesday, so we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
that is
We'll see.
that is the concert goer's dilemma.
It is.
I had that too last year because we went to go see Dinosaur Jr. live, which amazing concert. But I had to work the next day, and we got home at like 11:30. I had to get up at 5.
Oh yeah, no,
It was a rough day.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, depending on where the concert is, when it gets out, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
do I go home or do I go to work and sleep in the parking lot?
Oh, I was not about to go.
I've done that a couple of times after a concert. I just go and sleep in the parking lot. My car is big enough to sleep in, and I can get comfortable enough to sleep in it.
I probably could have slept in the parking lot, I suppose. But I literally am like not that far from where I work, so I was like, I'm sleeping in my own damn bed.
Yeah, I'm about a half hour out from work.
Yeah, I could see why you'd want to sleep in the car at that point.
Yeah, so it's like, do I want that extra half hour just to? Well, I mean, technically, I get like an extra 45 minutes to an hour if I do that, because
Yeah, you could
It
just
takes
wake
about-
up and like,
yeah, it takes about a half hour to drive to work. You know, plus like the 5 minutes or so it takes me just to get up and get ready and change and everything.
yeah.
But it takes about a half hour to get to work, and then I get to work about another. When I get there, I have about 45 minutes to wait because I've got that I don't like being late autism. So
Yes.
I leave with plenty of time for something to go wrong. Now, granted, could I change the tire in that time difference? There's a chance, but probably not. But like, just get pulled over, have to get an alternate route because a couple of times, the highway's been closed because of an accident or something like that. It's plenty of time to divert route, so I'm not late. Because there are some people that they leave for work, one red light will screw them up, and they'll be late.
Oh yeah, I had a job like that before my current one, where I had to drive like an hour and 10 minutes one way every day. I don't miss that commute.
No, I don't blame you. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons where I was like, I don't want to work here anymore.
Yeah, no, that's.
But
No,
yeah, that
if this
and
drive.
it sucked too. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, if this drive was anything like that, it'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like I'm saying, so I get like a good extra half hour to 40 minutes or so nap time before work actually starts. So it's like, depending on where the concert's at, if I sleep in my car, I get all that time to sleep. Yeah, so.
Nice.
And depending on where it's at, if it's easier to go, there have been a couple times where it's literally, the show's well, I could go 15 minutes, 20 minutes to home or 20 minutes to work. Which one do I want? So, it basically just comes down to how this, what would be better. So.
Yeah. I guess it's just best judgment at that point. But when it comes to concerts, sometimes the show is worth it.
Oh, I will see Twerp any given chance I can. They are just that. They deserve a large. It does look like a Hugh cast. You're right, Lizard. It does kind of look like a Hugh cast for Phantasy Star Online. But yeah, no, Twerp. That's definitely one of those bands where yes, I will see them pretty much no matter what if I can. They deserve larger venues. I'm glad they don't because I just getting right up there at the stage is pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, I like the smaller venue concerts a lot of the times. For one, you're not paying an assload of money. My brother went to go see Blink-182 with their reunion tour, and he spent hundreds of dollars on tickets because it's Blink-182. You're going to be paying out the nose for that. But go to see something like Dinosaur Jr., for instance. It was a small club venue we were right at the front row, and it was so good. It was such a good show.
Rock on, yeah.
Yeah. The other good thing about it was, like, in terms of drinks, they was probably one of the more reasonable ones, because...
Oh, yeah, because they're like
I-
at a bar or something like that.
Yeah. Like, I was able to get, like, a tall can of... Because okay, people are probably going to read, but I drink IPAs. And I was able to get a tall...
I don't think you can be on this art stream anymore. We're gonna
Yeah,
go here, guys, thanks for joining us. Let's get Crispy back out and just shoot him.
Man, you know, it's funny, my buddy Haley into the Ox, he was against IPAs for the longest time, but I fucking converted it. I'm just like, he said, I was like, you did it to me. I started drinking IPAs and I just started laughing.
You son of a bitch. Can't you now? When are we hanging out next time?
Exactly. Like, the drinks there was like, you could get like a tall, like 16-ounce can for like $9, and for something like an IPA, that's pretty damn reasonable at a venue.
I'm sure, yeah. Okay, did I fuck that picture over? I don't see any changes made to it, so that's good. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. The one thing you got to make sure of if you're switching between vector and raster layers is to make sure you're on the right one, because sometimes you'll draw something and it's just like, oh no, this was a shading thing, and now it's like 15,000 vector points.
Again, what do we say? What do we say here, guys? We were on the wrong layer.
I want to make a shirt of that. Although, I'm trying to think like how you would represent that in a shirt, like I was on the wrong layer.
Front and back of the shirt.
Yes.
The front of the shirt says something like, I layer, and the back of the shirt should have the rest of it on it.
Yes. Yes. Oh, there's an idea for something to make now.
A shirt?
Yes. It's been a while since I've had a custom shirt made. My brother, one of my friends in high school, took like a printing class, and he used to. My brother draws like this derpy anglerfish that's kind of like. Here, I'll draw it real quick because it's funny. It's like that, and he did a doodle of like an anglerfish like that with wings chasing a duck, and it was like, isn't evolution beautiful? And my friend was able to get like a shirt made of it. It was just so nice.
Yeah, I spent way too much money on the Jackbox TKO game. I think I have like 6 or 7 shirts from that stupid game. I would have more, but the one game we played wasn't tracked online, so I couldn't order games. It made me so mad. But
It's a shame.
and then I had at least one custom shirt made up back when I visited a couple of buddies of mine. It was just kind of like a hey, Lamau funny gift.
You know, I do have a custom flag in my wall, and it's a bit of an Ox meme called Clan Meth Weasel. I'm not sure if you've heard of it or not.
Oh, I've heard of Meth Weasel. I know about it.
Yeah, but I'm the one that did the logo for it. I'm not the one who came up with the idea. That was Mace Hughes, but
Okay.
I- yeah, but Halion had a flag made, and he made a copy for me and sent it to me, and now it's hanging on my wall. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, he's a straight G. Like,
Oh yeah.
Han's a great dude.
Oh yeah. It's funny to get friends that share shit posts like that.
Yeah. He's
Like,
actually got a Star Wars.
Yeah, like I'm the one that just buys a TKO shirt. It's like, oh fuck it.
Nice.
Don't buy every single one, but yeah, I can buy some. No,
Oh, somebody just tagged me in the long Furbin mech. I love that there's minis of that now.
yes.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Lady Red here, she and I both enjoy cursed Furbies, and she decided to do a drawing of a long Furbin mech, and it's glorious. And I think it was Parallax, decided to make a 3D model of it, and
Nice.
I keep telling people, somebody please, I will pay you. I need a lance of them. Somebody mail them to me.
And play them in a game.
Yeah, oh, I would absolutely play them in. Yeah, I have so many mechs I need to finish painting.
I mean, yeah, that's what owning minifigures is. Do you know? I mean, I got. First off, I have the entire run of the initial Kickstarter of Monster Hunter board game to paint. I still have a lot of Ghostbusters minifigures I need to paint. Ghostbusters
Nice.
2 board game minifigures. The Hero Quest minifigures I want to paint. The Power Ranger minifigures. So I got a shit ton of minifigures to paint. That's just what those games are. Just a never-ending list of things to do.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I was like, I'm gonna get back into making Gunpla. So it's just like I have so much shit.
And I just see so many mistakes to make.
Yeah. Oh
You will
yeah.
never learn. I gotta get my old sword and Gundam models out.
Yeah. The last one I got was pretty nice. It was like one of the newer ones from The Witch from Mercury, the Calibarn, that basically has the broomstick.
Okay.
It was a really fun one. But my favorite that I've gotten as of late was the Real Great Sazabi. That was a
I
really
haven't-
fun one to put together.
I haven't fucked up. Hero Quest is the new Hero Quest.
That's right. They did a reboot.
They did.
Or Heroescape. Or am I confusing them?
No, Hero Quest, Hasbro did a re-release of it a couple years ago. They did like their whole like HasLab Kickstarter thing.
Yeah.
where they did that. Basically, they reprinted the original game, just nice and new, and all the add-ons, and added some new classes too.
It's so crazy how far 3D printing's come.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, there are some 3D printers that will do metals.
That, I'm sure, is not cheap. But I'm sure it's also really nice. It's funny, I remember, oh god, I must have been like in high school or something, or I even might have even been middle school, but it was like an article of Popular Science, I think, talking about 3D printing and how it's like, oh yeah, people have their own like home build factories and things to make stuff, and you know, in a way they were kind of right. Just crazy to think where the tech's gonna go from here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I've got my own, like quite literally a me minifigure when I
nice.
when I kickstarted the Ghostbusters 2 board game. Unfortunately, because of I don't want to say copyright. I don't think it's copyright reasons, but because of production reasons, they couldn't tell me what kind of 3D printing they did. It's very well detailed. So like I can't. So I really haven't been able to find anyone. Oh my God, Dryer, shut up! I haven't been able to really find anyone that's able to recreate that amount of detail.
Yeah,
to
maybe it's
replicate
like
the minifigure.
Something proprietary or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how a lot of that stuff goes, but I believe it. I wouldn't mind getting into 3D printing at some point. I just don't have the space or time for it, really. Like, I'd want to do one of the resin ones, and I know you can't exactly do those in your apartment because the fumes are toxic.
Yeah.
Does really good work, though, from what I've seen from people.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because I used to play War Machine back in the day. Like, they just rebooted that, and I think all those are 3D printed now, too.
Irby running at 97 kph. My God, that sounds amazing.
Oh my God.
Maybe I should get the Solaris DLC. Maybe I should just restart. I should restart my game. I should restart my game first off because I think the last DLC I got was like the second DLC. Not Solaris, but I forget what it's called. But I haven't gotten the most recent DLCs, and just the mod list that we use in Legion has just gotten so much. It's just like I don't use half of these things.
Yeah.
And it's hard to remember what I had initially enabled and what was disabled, things like that.
Yeah. That is the one thing about mod packs, is there's half the shit in there that you don't really use half the time.
Yeah, like, I mean, I get, like, let people play the game like they want, but, like, I never played MechWarrior Online or any of the games, so it's like, I don't want to learn all the different engines, and I don't want all the sensors and stuff like that. Just give me this nice, basic trim down of what MechWarrior 5 had given me, let me slowly learn if I want.
Yeah. Also, I can understand why you're yelling at your dryer, because I just heard it beeping, and that was driving me fucking nuts.
Yeah, it will do that like every, I want to say like 10 minutes after it finishes.
Horrible.
It does it like every 10, well, it cycles it, well, what it does is it'll stop, then like 5 or 10 minutes later, it just tumbles everything to keep the wrinkles out, and the sensor goes off. Yeah, it'll do that for a while just to keep the wrinkles out. So I mean, it's not bad that does it, but obviously, I'm busy right now, so shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fancier dryer than I have, because apartments and all, they don't exactly they don't exactly splurge on shit like that.
Yeah,
unless it's like newer end stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm slowly upgrading the appliances in my house too, because during the big grounding of 2020, I got a new fridge, and
I got a Samsung phone, it's like, well, you know what? Why don't I get why don't I try getting one of these smart fridges? Because I wanted a fridge that has, because my old fridge was a side by side, freezer on the left, fridge on the right.
Yeah.
Absolutely no room in either. So I got a new one that's a fridge on top and the freezer on the bottom, even though we should have a freezer on top and a fridge on the bottom. But again, semantics are going on right now.
Yeah.
And I got a smart fridge. I figured, well, it's not bad because, it's got Spotify in it, so basically I can listen to music while I'm cleaning the kitchen out, doing the dishes, things like that. That makes sense.
That's pretty good.
And plus, I've got a Samsung smartphone, so I'm able to put pictures from my phone onto the fridge, just have them, on there if I want, so it makes, putting pictures on the fridge easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that they're smart fridges.
Yep. I mean, and honestly, if I want to, I could play Skyrim on it. It does have Amazon Alexa on it. It is one of those
Play some
fridges.
Doom.
If I want to, I could play Skyrim on my fridge. It is
That's
very
wild.
tempting. Yeah. But again, I mostly bought it in a smart fridge for the music. Everything else is just kind of fun to have on there, like seeing the calendar, seeing the weather, things like that. That's a nice bonus to it. And I plan on upgrading my washer and dryer. That way I could just have the basement door closed and my phone be like, hey, washer's done. Okay, let's go downstairs, swap the laundry.
I mean, if there's one thing you want to spend money on for an investment, it's definitely appliances. Like, we used to have like a crappy little K-cup maker for coffee, and then that took a shit and died, because of course it did. So my fiance ended up buying a really nice Ninja coffee maker. That it's got like all sorts of things to it, like a water tank you can refill. It has all these different settings for different cup sizes to it. It's got a timer so you can just start brewing coffee in the morning, because my old coffee maker didn't have that, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because most coffee makers didn't. But it's just got like all these nice little features to it that just, it's great. Ninja makes good stuff.
Hell yeah.
We have a Ninja air fryer too, and that's where I learned how great air fryers were.
Oh. Well, you see, I have an air fryer too, but it's called a convection toaster oven.
That'll work.
Yeah, so, I just have a toaster oven that has a convection setting.
Oh god, now I'm just thinking about Dux just making pork chops in his toaster. Did you see those pictures?
I have always wanted to make pork chops in my toaster since I saw it in a Deadpool comic 20 years ago.
I wonder if that's where he got the idea from. Either way,
There's a chance,
either way he
but
found a way to do it. And I was just like, Dux, why?
You know why. Because
I'm horrified, but at the same time, I want to know more.
Because it would piss someone off, that's why.
There was definitely a lot of reactions of that.
We are not intelligent people in the Legion or the Augs.
No, we are not.
If someone dare accuses us of being intelligent, oh dear, oh heavens to Murgatroyd, sir, why?
We're crafty. We're not intelligent, but we're crafty.
Oh, my water filter, these are replacing seal on my fridge. That's also something nice to, it lets, water, you change the filter on the fridge, that's nice.
It is pretty handy.
Yeah, so, there are benefits of having a smart, some smart appliances. Now,
Yeah.
I am not the kind of person that's like, I need to have an automated house.
No.
No, not everything in my house is automated. I bought a Nest because I just wanted a modern thermostat. That's why I have a Nest. Because it makes sense, because I just wanted to more accurately control the temperature of my house instead of using the thermostat that's probably like from the 1990s.
Absolutely.
But the fridge is kind of fun because I can look inside the fridge with my phone and on the fridge itself.
That's funny.
No, that's not the funny part of the fridge. The funny part of the fridge is if you have it try and label things, it will do its best to see what it's seeing. And by that, I have a picture somewhere where, like, the baking soda, oh, well, that's a frozen dinner in there. Just because of how it looks and how it's colored, it can't exactly read what it is. Oh, well, that's the frozen dinner. Oh, that's not juice. That's a beer right there. That's a beer in that can. That's not juice. Oh, that's not an energy drink. That's another alcoholic beverage here. That's hard cider. Okay, well, at least you're trying, computer. At least you're trying.
You
You're
did your
failing, but you're
best.
trying.
I don't know if we have any smart appliances, but that's definitely wouldn't be some nice things to get for later.
Yeah. And if I could, like, one I am looking for is a humidifier or dehumidifier for the basement. You know, I'd
I
like to
could
know,
use
like,
one of
if I need to empty the bucket or when it's turning out or how long it's been on, kind of thing. You know.
That would definitely be a good thing to have a smart. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, there's some things you don't want smart, like the locks in your house. No.
No.
Like,
God, no. Give
now,
me.
And now I'll get an automatic deadbolt. Like, I got my sister an automatic deadbolt when we shared that house, but that's because, you know, she just had her kids, so all you had to do was just. But it was just a dial.
You're talking about
mode.
like one that you put like a passcode in and then it'll
Yeah.
lock. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah, this one was not connected at all to the internet. Yeah, that's no.
Yeah.
Like, I do have a Nest camera, but it's outside. I don't have it inside because, you know, you see those people hacking those cameras left and right. It's like, no, you don't need to see inside.
Yeah.
now.
No.
I'll look at my garage, sure, but that's about it. I'll look at my driveway. That's what that's for. Is look at my driveway, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't want stuff like that connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna
Give
hack,
me a good.
you can
good
go ahead and
solid
hack my fridge, sure, but like, what are you actually gonna do with the fridge? You're gonna turn the temperature up? Oh no, I'll just burn it off, and that way it's not connected to the internet anymore.
Some hackers just like now all your food will spoil.
Oh no, it's at 34 degrees instead of 33 degrees. Oh dear, how dastardly of you. Oh, who could be so dastardly?
Curses spoiled again. Maybe they're the reason that your fridge was seeing like orange juice's beer.
No, that's just a trying it too fast. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
You know, I just remembered the movie Hackers, and it's so funny watching that movie nowadays.
Oh, is that the one with what's her name?
Angelina Jolie.
Yes, there it is. Thank you. She's got
Yeah,
enormous lips.
Yeah.
I love Angelina
looks like
Jolie.
one of her-
Does anyone love Angelina Jolie? She's got enormous lips. Oh, God bless you, Red versus Blue.
Oh shit! Now I just remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what was in there. That was their, I think, internet versus real life PSA.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. It's like, would you like a new penis? Where would you like it?
Yes. Would you like a new penis? Where would you like it? God, yes,
Creed-
yes.
Creed sucks. I hate you. I hate the bands you like.
Talking politics on the internet. I'm here. Politics makes me so horny. Check out my website at www.presidentialsluts.com.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I have the 10-year DVD of Red vs. Blue, and I really hope that those are on there. It's been a while since I've watched it.
I've got like seasons 1 through 4 on DVD. And I think I bought seasons 1 and 2 on the websites. And I bought 3 and 4 at ASEN years ago when they had a booth there. And the guy that did Caboose was there, and I had him sign them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Man. I'm sad Red vs. Blue is gone. Or not Red vs. Rooster Teeth is gone.
Rooster
right
Teeth,
now,
yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's not surprising.
Uh-huh.
That Red vs. Blue was one of those shows that really got me like into the internet, you know. Because I only found shit like I mean 4chan and shit, like when I was in college.
Mhm.
And I'm not an older person, I'm like 31, but so I kind of missed out on a lot of internet culture stuff. Like the way that I found out about Space Station 13, which is how I ended up, you know, finding out about the VPL and stuff, was actually through 1D4chan.
Okay.
Yeah, because in college I was, you know, in the gaming club and I was trying to get into like tabletop games. And I was looking at 40K at the time, which I ended up not getting into because it turns out it's expensive. But I found that website when I was like looking for stuff, and that's when I stumbled across Space Station 13 and started playing that.
Okay.
And then one day when I was in there, I think Tex was in there playing his checkers, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a YouTube channel," and I ended up subscribing, and then, well, the rest is history.
Well, there, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Like I was subscribed for a while, and then like I really started getting into it with a lot of the BattleTech stuff. Like I remember when he did like the 2Kid video. I think that was like one of the ones I was really starting to watch.
Yeah, that was my first video actually, was 2Kid. Another group I'm in, they linked the 2Kid video the day it was released, which was the day I was driving back from Chicago, from ASAP.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and it's like, well, I got 4 hours ahead of me, why not? Let's listen to this. And just the video was, I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I'm a Morehound, let's go ahead and just listen to the rest of these on the drive.
Yeah.
And then as things kept going, you know, YouTube's like, hey, you watch this, why don't you see more from this channel? And then I started watching the Space Station 13 videos, and then Far Cry 5 with the cops started up, and then that's just from there. So really a lot of fun,
It's funny, those like daisy chains you get into that just lead you places on the internet. You know?
Some horrible, foul places. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about you, but I definitely grew up in the era of like shock sites and stuff. So that was something my friends and I used to just prank, like gross each other out with.
Yep. Oh yeah, I know. So I know about Rotten.com and all those places. I know of them.
Yeah. Not good places to go for your own sanity, but they're there. If you're feeling brave or drunk enough. You know, I think we need more fancy curved swords in fiction, or just in general. Swords are fun. Swords. It's like if half of the shit that you could get from like BUDK back in the day was actually good, like that kind of level of fancy stuff.
Curved swords? Do you see if they have curved swords?
Curved swords. Got my rune scimitar. Hey guys, let's go to a drop party in the wild. Fucking RuneScape. Oh, that just made my life so much easier doing the vector shit. Wow, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get the line art done before the end of the stream, but I think I'm actually going to.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left.
Hell yeah, man.
That's how things roll here. You just get in the groove, and who knows what happens next.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember when I first like really started doing digital art, it took me forever to do stuff, and now I catch myself doing things. So I'm like, wow, did it really take me that long?
That's a surprise.
It really is. Sounds cliche, but practice does help. Practice is how you get better when it comes to art.
Yep.
If that's the one thing I could give advice to people with it, is to practice, and like practice in ways that you know like that'll actually you'll learn something from, but also not ways that are going to make you hate drawing. Like I know that there's some people that say it's like, oh, you know, try practicing this thing over and over again, like in different time increments, but it's like the best way I found to learn stuff is doing things that I enjoy, but like just learning ways to do them, you know. Like, for instance, you know, learning to draw digital. With a lot of that, it was just me doing my own thing and drawing what I wanted to. And
You have to put your head down and charge it through.
Exactly.
That's good to hear there, Lizard.
Oh, what did Lizard say?
Oh, just how they found the BPL. They stumbled across the BPL from someone reacting to a Tex Talks Battletech. Checked out the original video, the link below. And yeah, and it was history from there.
Man, that's crazy. Like, those reaction videos are interesting. I don't really get into them myself, but you know, hey, if it gets you into something, why not?
Yeah.
People find their way to things in all sorts of different ways, you know. Like the way I got into BattleTech was actually I was one of the people that grew up playing MechAssault on the Xbox.
Okay.
When I was younger, and like I knew about BattleTech, but I didn't really start getting into the lore until much later. But you know, it was like, oh hey, I recognize these mechs from that game growing up, and then you know that just sent me down the rabbit hole of like, what's this about? Oh, this is a really interesting universe. It's got so much to it.
Yeah. I knew of BattleTech because of the old cartoon, but I never watched it, so I knew the toys and things like that, but I never watched the show. I just don't think I knew when it was on or anything like that, but I knew it existed.
Yeah. It's funny, like, I didn't know the show existed until much later, but I had a bit of the toys and stuff, you know. And of course, you know, I knew about, like, Robotech, or I guess Macross, depending on your flavor, but, like, growing up, I knew about that, and then it's like, oh, BattleTech used a lot of these designs for their mechs. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know about Robotech, yeah. Matter of fact, that was one of my favorite shows. I enjoyed the show. I knew about it before it was on Toonami. Before they brought it back to Toonami and all that. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, Toonami's. I miss old school Toonami was great when I was back in the day.
You remember who the original host was?
Oh, it was the one dude from Space Ghost. I forget his name, but it was the guy in the
Moltar, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, not a lot of people know Moltar used to host the show. But they launched Tom out in outer space, and the rest is history.
I remember watching Space Ghost a lot. That was like
those shows were amazing.
adults. Oh yeah, Aqua Teen was my shit back in the day.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that movie in the theaters with a friend of mine, and we just came out of that movie like
made a movie.
We came out of that movie just what?
That's
what? That was our review of the movie. Was just what?
See, that's the thing. Aqua Teen was definitely made for stoners that were awake at like midnight.
Yeah.
With a lot of those shows.
Yeah.
Because it's like that was like my kind of humor. But oh man, Aqua Teen was such a weird ass show.
You know, listen there, Hawk. You know, Robotech might not have been the best story or things like that, but it got people interested in anime.
Yep.
And like I followed up on a few Macross things because of that show. So you know, it's again, it's not the best, but you know what? It's a good gateway drug.
Look, if you don't like an F-14 Tomcat that can transform into a giant robot, like, what are you doing?
Bro.
Although I'll say that I more grew up on like Mobile Suit Gundam myself, so but I can definitely appreciate Robotech.
You know,
even if when you
aside from Transformers, Robotech probably was my Stompy Robot, my first Stompy Robot show.
Transformers as well, that was another big one.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I was like in the 2000s, so it was like Transformers Armada and stuff with like the mini cons, and that was like such a fun thing to play with growing up, was all those. Because you could get like packs of them.
I grew up with I was first introduced to everything through original Generation 1.
Yep.
Then Beast Wars came around. I'm like, what is this? This is original. Then I watched Beast Wars. I saw Dinobot. Like, oh my god, this show's fucking awesome. Beast Machines. Well, that was a show between Beast Wars and Armada. Well, actually, no, not Armada. Transformers: Robots in Disguise.
Yes,
that
that's
was
right.
a fun show.
Oh, it was.
I will say this, so I have met both Scott McNeil and David Kay from Beast Wars. Yeah.
Scott McNeil's the one that did Megatron, right?
No. That was David Kay who did Megatron.
Oh, yes.
No, Scott McNeil was Dinobot, Spinosaur, and Silverbolt.
Oh, yes, Scott McNeil. Okay,
Yes.
now I know exactly. Because, he did
Yeah.
a lot of voices for the shows.
Yep.
Like,
He was like
half
half
as
the
well.
cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they were really fun guys just to talk with things like that when I was given the chance. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah. When people say don't meet your heroes, you know what? Sometimes you gotta take the risk and meet them. Because sometimes you'll meet a Scott McNeil, you'll meet a Rob Paulson, you'll meet an Ernie Hudson, where they realize that the fans are the ones that keep those roles, those franchises alive.
Yeah.
And for that, they are blown away by it.
I mean, it's definitely got to be a humbling thing, because, like, you do a show like that, and it's not necessarily something you think about how the fan base is going to be, and then years later down the road, it's just like, wow, people really loved this show growing up, and, you know.
Hey, you know what, Frozen Hawk? I'll say this about Beast Wars. The Beast Wars episodes, the stories, even the overarching story, holds up. DiTilio and Ford did a fantastic job writing that show. The character designs and some of the set pieces, like the ships, still hold up. Some of the animation flow and the backgrounds don't really hold up to common day. But quite a bit of the show does hold up on its own. The character designs, the transformations, making them seem plausible, really do hold up.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so weird that he does, like, Megatron, and then doesn't he voice,
Optimus
Optimus
Prime and Transformers animated, yes.
Which, that show is... I don't know if that show's underrated or not, but that was actually a really good Transformers show.
Yeah, the fandom really loves it. It is a fun show.
It's dude, they had Weird Al as Wreck-Gar. That's so great.
He dares to be stupid. But funny thing about Beast Wars, Kate actually tried out for the voice of Optimus, and crap, I forget his name. Gary Chalk tried out for the voice of Megatron, but they got the opposite roles.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but yeah, we're pretty much coming up on time.
Yep, and there it is.
Yeah, look at that. You got some good line art at least today.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
it
turned out pretty nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, as far as things go, Bulk and the crew hopefully should be on later tonight, about an hour and a half or so, for the Farm Sim Fridays. I'll be back tomorrow for System Saturdays. If we can wrangle my ADHD, we're gonna beat Legend of Zelda tomorrow, and maybe even start Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, right on.
If we can wrangle me in like that.
That's definitely a game where you can get lost in pretty easy. So best of luck to you.
I mean, we're just now getting to the end of Breath of the Wild, so like I said, we'll see if we can wrangle me in to finish it up tomorrow, and maybe even start up. Start up Tears of the Kingdom. Next Friday, we'll be back with the art stream. Crispy most likely will be with me.
Yes.
Who's streaming? Who knows? We'll have to find that out when we get there.
Yep, we'll flip a coin or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll flip a coin. We'll see what happens. We might just trade off every other week until we get something figured out. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your evening.
Yes,
if we don't catch
joining
you,
us.
Yeah. Well, if not, we'll catch you next week. So you guys have a good rest of your week.
Yeah, take care.